come to you quickly on this particular matter. So if our producers could put on the screen the actual tweet, it will put it in some context. But the tweet read, Oliver Barker-Vormawor, convener of hashtag Fix the Country movement, arrested again. I understand for a motoring offense on his way to court. I'll be interested to see where this goes. That was the tweet that was put out by the High Commissioner for Britain to Ghana, and the response of the IGP. You can see that the problem that he had was arrested again, which puts it. He suggests in the letter that it means that she's aware of a previous occasion or previous instances where this particular individual has been arrested for certain things, and then goes on to try to talk about the fact that there have been statements. So there are two different issues. First, he made some statements.
You and I are lawyers.
No, let me.
You and I are lawyers. You and I have studied. You have a PhD in international law, in respect of where you dealt with criminal law, but you have a PhD in international law. Let's call a spade a spade. There is absolutely no place in international law, okay, where a domestic agency writes to the embassy of what? Of another country. This doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. You can better educate me, because this is why I defer. I don't have a PhD in international law. You do. In which treaty? What is the number one? What is the relationship between the Ghana Police Service and the British High Commission? What is the relationship? You ask yourself, how do they even communicate directly? So whoever, even though Mr. Dampare PhD has whatever views in the world, number one, he goofed.
You believe he did?
It's not I believe it. You are the teacher. You are the one. If you listen, if you put this in an exam to your students, question 1, international law, and you teach it. So let me put you inside there. You teach it. You give a problem question. A local IGP has a problem with a statement made by a diplomat in his country. Tell advice on the legal processes and remedies available to him to express the said dissatisfaction with the statement made by the diplomat. And one of your students writes that he can write a letter and direct it directly at the British High Commission. You give him a 0. Straight away, you give him a 0.
How do you know that?
No, please. You give him a 0 because you know that international law is what? Treaty based. It is between what? Countries. First question. First lecture. The late Professor Dr. Oh, he's dead. Grotius. Good old Grotius. He taught you? Better. Good old Grotius. Tell you. It's international law. And what makes international law? It is because it is between states. It is not between states and individuals. It is a basic.
Yeah, but the states have.
Oh, please.
Please saying this.
Your students are listening to you.
No, I'm just asking a question.
So how can an IGP write to the British? It's a very simple this thing. It's because that is why after he goofed, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs had to come in. You understand? And put in a proper communique, because it should have emanated from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
The substance of the.
Has nothing to do with substance. No, and I know procedure goes equally with substance.
No, but
you have no capacity.
No. I want us to because we're linking it to the earlier conversation, because it has to do with the same individual. No, I get where you're coming from.
Come here, I'll link it. I'll link it.
Because it has to do with the same individual, and the tweet itself, which looks innocent if you look at it, but the
context. So let's establish that he had no capacity to write to the British High Commissioner. Period. That one is first and foremost. And if you don't have capacity to do something, everything you ground it on is a nullity. So he knows that what he did was an exercise in verbal. I won't even use the last word.
Don't use it. Let's go to the substance.
You understand?
We need to talk about.
There is no substance in what he said because he overreacted. If he had,
but it has to do with
That's why. That is why I'm saying that, number one, because he didn't take his time. You understand? If you look at the statements made by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, it will tell you that is how you write letters to embassies, to other foreign missions, because it is a state-to-state relations. You understand?
But
It is not.
It's not yet. Yeah. Let me read one portion of the introductory part of the letter.
I think you should also read the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
Yeah. He says.
He was upset.
Yes.
He was upset
Yes,
over.
he says, ordinarily, the Ghana Police Service would not have responded to comments such as yours, obviously made from either a biased or uninformed position. However, we have learned from previous painful experience that it has not been helpful to ignore such misguided, unwarranted, and biased comments intended to tarnish the reputation of the Ghana Police Service and that of our country.
Listen, Dr. Dampare, when you a diplomat in a country, that's something that is against the interest, or you have a problem with the diplomat's conduct, what you do is that you report it to your Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Your Ministry of Foreign Affairs will call that diplomat in and engage. You know what it is. I'm expecting you to be educated, Dr. Dampare, that he goofed. What happens is that that diplomat will be called by your Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and they will interact with the person, and they will give him a diplomatic note, if need be, to protest. That is how you interact with foreign countries and embassies. You don't issue statements, you understand, directly to them. That is not what you do.
So the Ministry of Foreign Affairs statement, dated 1st June, says the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration has noted with concern the intense public debate that has been generated by the communication between the Inspector General of Police and the British High Commissioner in Accra. In line with the general diplomatic practice of communicating with diplomatic missions, preferably through direct engagement, the Ministry wishes to remain circumspect on its pronouncements on the matter.
It's a rebuke.
We have therefore initiated contact with both the British High Commissioner and Inspector General of Police to resolve the issue at stake. The Ministry wishes to underline its commitment to the strong historical bonds between Ghana and the United Kingdom, which through the years have been deepened by, among others, the exchange of high-level blah, 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 blah.
Even in the World Cup, you remember that Ghanaian player? He raised an Israeli flag.
Yes, it was John Peso.
You saw the kind of problem, because Ghana has a certain stance when it comes to Arab-Israeli relations. So the then Foreign Minister AKUFO-ADDO was called all over the place, and Ghana had to issue a statement to clarify. It is not for nothing. Your National Security Minister has just signed an agreement for the supply of a certain number of security equipment. You understand?
Yeah, including bullion bands.
The police service relies on them for training, among others. You don't go and shake your feathers where it is not necessary.
So should they be allowed to do anything?
You should have kept quiet and allowed the Ministry of Foreign Affairs
to deal with the matter.
Deal with the matter the way that it has issued the statement.
But isn't beyond then? Yeah, I agree with you. But beyond that, isn't it?
So now let me deal with his procedure was all wrong. Now, when it comes to what he claims is the substance of his protest, that the lady had made an observation that he was aggrieved about. What was the observation? That the man has been arrested. And it is true he has been arrested again.
I'll be interested. No, but the context. So
I'll be interested. Yes,
I'll be interested to see where this goes.
Remarks. She actually did not comment about the nature of the arrest.
But the inference.
What is the inference? It is your inference. That is why when you make an inference, you must prove that the innuendo is what you say it is. You and I know that when a statement is first and foremost given its ordinary meaning, before you will now talk about innuendo.
But didn't you, in as much as you're saying Dr. Dampare goofed, didn't she also goof?
How? She made an observation. She's a diplomat. She makes an observation. No, let's be practical. Hold on, let's be practical.
You say, and if they can put it back on the screen, it says.
I want you to read it.
Yes, Oliver Barker, former convener of Fix the Country movement, arrested again.
Full stop.
No full stop. Comma.
Okay. So arrested. Hold on.
Arrested again.
So arrested again. Let's look at the fact. Mr. Vomawo has been arrested once. Do you understand? He has been arrested again. He's a student in the UK.
Yes.
She makes an observation about the fact that he has been arrested. So what?
Then he says, I understand.
Ghana cannot make an observation.
He says, I understand for a motoring offense on his way to court.
Correct.
I'll be interested to see where this goes.
What did she say? Before she talks about you'll be interested. The first sentence that she makes Tell me one single thing that is untrue about it.
But why the interest in just Oliver Barker-Vormawor? Because other persons were, and the point was noted that other people were arrested for those same. No. We're stating a fact. And some pleaded guilty, were given a fine and left, and he pleaded not guilty. Yeah.
In the country, on her personal Twitter handle. This is not even the official British High Commission handle. But let's say she is a representative, so she represents the British. So I will even take
it's not in a personal capacity.
Don't worry, I will even distinguish the two. Let me put it together, because in an interview she actually said that it was her personal.
Yeah, but you and I both know
that. Let's not even debate about that. She makes an observation. You understand? A factual observation, because you and I don't disagree that what she said is not factual. You are saying she should have added, or you that wish she would have added more.
Why interested how it goes?
Hold on, I'm coming to how it goes. I'm coming to how it goes. But I asked the first sentence. Nothing she said in there, because you and I have to agree on the premise. Nothing she said in there.
Yeah, but if people are arrested for motoring offences, do we kill them? What do we do to them? So how it goes?
See, the thing is this. When it comes to Inwedo, you the one who is making the allegation that
I get you perfectly, and I agree with you.
You are the one, so
but now we're saying that in Ghana, where we have laws, when people are charged for motoring offences, what happens to them?
He wasn't the only person.
And he wasn't. Yes. So
he was not the only person arrested.
This is it. For me, I'm not going to create an unnecessary headache for myself. When
of course you won't create it because you are.
The point is very simple, and you and I train in this game. Somebody has made a statement. You understand? It is supposed to be given its ordinary meaning.
Yes.
Until we shouldn't. You the one who agreed with the statement says that there is an innuendo to the statement. There is an extra meaning to the statement. It is for you, the one who says there is an extra meaning, to now give a reason particular. So he ends up doing a 5-page thesis. Why? And you see, that's what makes his statement laughable, because the woman did not add, did not subtract. And you see, that's how deep. That's why he should have left it
to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Yes.
To handle, because you see, where she makes a statement, and the government of Ghana feels that that statement is an intrusion into our domestic affairs, they will
she'll be called, yeah.
And she will be told that the statement you have made, blah blah blah, and the government will release the statement.
But Nii, you would agree with me, and I agree with you 100%, but you would also agree with me that for her to put out this particular thing, I know you don't want to burden yourself with innuendos and all, but you would agree with me, you know, deep down. But for her to put out that particular statement, there has to be a special reason why she put it out there. Does she ordinarily comment on motoring offences?
Your world of conjecture. So if your world of conjecture,
it's not conjecture.
You said that no, because the thing is not there. But if you want us to do the
no, does she? Have you known her to be tweeting on motoring offences?
She's a new what do you call it?
Yes, High Commissioner. Yes.
High Commissioner. If you look at the history of the British High Commissioner, where
the one after John Benjamin wasn't out there.
It depends on their staff.
Yeah.
It depends on whichever in their staff. Some have been very, very
vocal.
Yeah. They make and the truth. If you want me to now talk about what I believe, if you want me to talk about what I believe.
No, yeah, because I need to go to Akosia and then we'll come to the next one.
If you want me to talk about what I believe was her intention, okay, I do so without any basis in terms of factual basis. But if you want us to go into the world of conjecture like Dr. Dampare did,
it's not conjecture.
It is conjecture.
It's reasonable inference.
What it is that Vormawor is a student in the UK. Yes. He's a student of, I believe, Cambridge University. They are concerned and they issued a statement. They are worried about his welfare in respect of his activism here and the fact that he is being put on trial and all. They were concerned about the procedures and all. And you know that there were issues with respect to when he was challenging the mode of his trial. The fact that he had been brought to this court. The only person in Ghana who can speak to matters concerning Vormawor in respect of the British government or in respect of the fact that he is a student of the British University and all that is High Commissioner.
Is she also not then bound by diplomatic procedures? Also communicate in the are you supposed to communicate your concerns to that?
You see, the thing is this. I thought that she was very careful the words that she used. And if the government of Ghana was concerned about the truth, that's the difference. If the government of Ghana was, and you see, when we open this door of conjecture, there's other people too would observe that look, it is the government of Ghana that is hiding behind Mr. Dampare to actually be saying the things that they are saying. You understand? Because some people I know also have said that if you look at the length of his statement, you understand, and you look at the length of statements coming out of the Flagstaff House, they have a certain similarity, language and all that. Some people did some syntax analysis and get to the conclusion that this looked like a statement coming from government, but because government didn't want to appear to be targeting, they used Dr. Dampare to do that. Is that how we want to run an automatic?
Right. But then if
aside even that, when you are doing the conjecture, it's not good.
But we want conjecture.
So the point is that if Dr. Dampare goofed in writing this lengthy response, because that's not how diplomatic relations are supposed to be carried out, then you have to also admit, yes, that the British High Commissioner also goofed because she also knows that if you are interested in knowing how things go, Ghana has laws, and there are also diplomatic channels. Assuming that you're saying that yes, she's the High Commissioner, the gentleman in question works or studies in Britain. If you are really concerned about how it will go in terms of procedure, there's also the diplomatic way in which she could have gone.
Said, for example, that this constitutes confederate, but she had made any conclusive statements. You understand? That look, this is my observation. I think that his treatment has been unfair. Remember, the University of Cambridge made they made a statement where they were more categorical. They were saying that lawyers of Mr. Vomawa had raised issues about fair procedure and all that. If the British High Commission raised that issue, then I would agree that look, they have gone into issues of our judicial system, way of handling things. So then when a statement like that is issued by the government of Ghana, I have no problem. But for the woman to make an observation that the man has been arrested, and you say the use of the word again means that you have a bias, I'm sorry, I don't see it.
Not just again and how it goes. So the point is that, okay,
Nii, she says she wants to know
how it goes.
Okay. Clearly there will be said, look, the truth is the British High Commission will send their officers to the court to observe.
Definitely.
Obviously, we all know that.
Tell us how.
They won't tell you.
Exactly. But so she needs to put it out there. So the point is, if Dampare goofed, she also goofed because
disagree with you.
Of course. We agree to disagree. There are also channels. It's not my Dampare. All of us are Dampare. There are also diplomatic channels in which she could have also communicated those concerns, and she failed to use them. I'll question quickly because Eric is also on the line. Quickly.
Eric, I thought Eric.